Hello everyone, welcome back to Rocky Ridge Auto. Today we have this beautiful 2024 CX-30 in this dark blue. Plenty of features and things within this, like your screen display with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, nice leather seating, as well as high safety ratings and pretty good miles per gallon. So let's go ahead and check it out. Come on. You have 24,000 miles. You can see all the things within your instrumental panel with your info button on the left hand side. So you can see things like your regular display system, how a normal car would be, as well as of course your drive information, tracking mileage, and then you also have your safety warning so you can turn on and off. But that is nice to access and see within the vehicle. Your trip reset is right over here, and you can access that, like your trip A, resetting that is holding it in, and then trip B, and your regular miles. You also have plenty of other things within your steering wheel, which is your cruise control settings, adaptive cruise control, adjust that gap with pre-collision alerts so you can see how far or how close you are to the vehicle in front of you. You also have your volume and tune with your radio, hands-free calling, and voice commands, as well as of course your info like I already went over. Over here you have your sensors for the exterior of the vehicle. You can turn those off, as well as you have your hill assist so you can have that assistance, turn those on and off. Your engine start stop button that you have your key fob for, which your key fob has lock and unlock, as well as your auto hold for that alert system. You can use this for keyless entry, which is nice and easy to use. We can set that down. You have your storage area for a key fob or two, and then your cup holders, gear shift with your sports mode on and off, which your sports mode is putting into drive, putting it over for that auto manual mode, and then checking out your backup camera up on the screen. You have a nice clear backup camera when you are in reverse. Make sure you and others stay safe while doing that. And then back here you have your parking brake, auto hold controls for your screen, as well as volume and favorites. So let's go ahead and check out your screen with using those buttons. So here's your home menu where you have your communication, navigation, settings, entertainment, and information. You also have your time, and then over on the side you have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Checking out your entertainment, you can see your sources with your source list and see things like AM and FM radio and Bluetooth audio. You can access all of those things and connect to phone nice and easy. You also of course have your home menu with your navigation, where you can use Apple and Google Maps, as well as you have your regular compass with your latitude and everything like that. You also have plenty of other information like your settings, accessing things like that, and seeing your on-screen display. So actually when you drive, you have that pops up on the screen. You can see it, that your miles per hour, which is nice and easy to use, but you also can turn that off if you don't like that. I think it's a little neat feature within Mazda that they have incorporated into all of their vehicles. But plenty of other information within that screen that you can find out. Of course, you have your glove box with your manual in case of any other information that you would want to know about the vehicle. But your climate controls with your hazard lights are over here, and then you also have dual temperatures, so you can have a different temperature from the driver to the passenger. That about wraps up everything up front, but you also have your center console, which is very neat. So you can put it forward and have it like a normal center console, or you can put this back and you can have wires for your charging ports, which putting this up, you can see you have USB-C as well as a rating this up. You have an SD card reader so you can put in things for your navigation, but plenty of space and area. And then of course, like I mentioned, you can put this down and still have your wires or access to your center console without having this all the way up. Put this back up for one sleek look. Of course, up above that you have your sunglass holder and lighting settings, and you can turn that on and off with your doors being open. Your visors have extenders for when they are out, which is nice and handy to know about. And then your door panel has your window controls, mirror controls, everything in between. Let's take a step out and take a look at the interior. Your mirrors also have your blind spot warnings, which are nice and easy to use while on the highway. You have black leather seating, which is nice and comfy to sit in, as well as your leather wrapped steering wheel. Let's take a look at the back seats and trunk space. Back here you have your door panel with your window controls, and then hopping inside you have adjustable vents for your airflow back here to keep you nice and cool or warm. Pocket in the passenger seat, as well as a middle seat that folds down to be an armrest with cup holders. Nice and neat to have that option. But otherwise you can sit 3 people back here, and you can always fold down the second row seats for some more storage. Opening it up, you have that trunk release, and then you have a divider here that gives you a separate look from the back seats to the trunk space. You can detach it with the hooks on either side and then put it down. Just gives a little bit of a separate look, privacy area. And then you also have plenty of trunk space. Under here you have spare tire, tools, kit, jumper cords, everything like that in case of any emergency. Be ready out there on the road. You have a lighting setting on the left hand side, and then that's your trunk. You have a lock button up top here, so you can actually lock it from the back if this is the last area you are touching before leaving the vehicle. We can take a look at the outside one last time, and that about wraps up this CX-30 all-wheel drive at Rocky Ridge Auto. And that is all I have for today. If you have any questions, feel free to text or call 717-733-8985, or you can always stop in for a visit. Thanks so much for tuning in here, and we have plenty of other inventory, so check it out. But until next time, bye.